With the Christmas season upon us, also comes the excitement of holiday basketball tournaments. And Access Sacramento, in association with Play On Sports, has you aligned with one of the finest boys tournaments in Northern California at Sacramento High School for the second annual St. Hope Elite Hoops Classic, as the Oakland Wildcats prepare to tangle with the West Ranch Wildcats tonight on the Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Good evening and welcome to the Dave Hotel Memorial Pavilion on the campus of Sacramento High School. I'm Will James along with Randy Routier, and we've got quite a matchup for you tonight. As we'll see here with the last matchups of these two teams, Randy, they both played well despite dropping hard-fought battles.
They really did. Both of these teams could have been in the finals. All four of these Final Four teams are evenly matched. Oakland took a tough one, losing to Chaminade by 9, and West Ranch, in a heartbreaking overtime loss by 1, went down to Sacramento.
Well, Orlando Watkins, the head coach of the Oakland Wildcats, is going to rely on his set of impact players. Those would be the Wildcat Speed Merchants.
And you talk about speed. These three guards will run everything. And watch out, Brown last night scored 21 points. He's the junior, and he leads Oakland.
On the flip side, head coach Sean Bukaki of their opponent, West Ranch, will rely on the West Ranch leaders. They have to come through tonight.
Yes, they do. Bedeau, the sophomore guard, he really runs this team very well. And the big guy is number 12, Ako Kaluna. He does everything. 35 points last night, averaging 17. He's their leading rebounder as well. And Kevin Harris, a strong guard, number 21. A great trio of players.
Kaluna headed to Northern Arizona. You're going to like his game. We've got the table set for you at Sac High, the second annual St. Hope Elite Hoops Classic. We'll be right back for starting lineups and our opening tip-off when we return.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls. But did you know terracloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on the sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
Imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. 'Cause every kid across the nation deserves a book to read, and we can make it happen right now. No, I don't know what you've been told, but kids with books learn so much more. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Tomorrow have a good time. Seeds of inspiration to motivate some magic. To change the writing on the wall. Writing on the wall can make a difference. One book can inspire a child. One book can be the first thing that helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Welcome aboard. Nice to have you with us at Sacramento High School this evening for the second annual St. Hope Elite Hoop Classic. With Randy Routier, I'm Will James, and in a battle for third place, a pair of Wildcats outfits from the Bay Area, the Oakland Wildcats under head coach Orlando Watkins, and coming up from Santa Clarita in Southern California, the West Ranch Wildcats. And as we mentioned, Randy, despite these teams playing for third place tonight, each of them could have been in the finals with the talent they have and the ferocity they play at.
Well, we were fortunate enough to be here last night. We saw both of these teams play, and I think in the Final Four, it could have just been any combination of these teams could have been in the finals. This is going to be a great game, not really for third place.
I fully agree. The tournament has been masterfully assembled. As we mentioned, it's just the second year of the elite status here, and tournament director Dennis Magro and head coach Derek Swafford have really done a beautiful job in assembling these powerhouse teams, and we look forward to more of that as this tournament continues to develop. Let's take a look at starting lineups in tonight's contest. First for the Oakland Wildcats, speed to burn is the bottom line here. Beard, Brown, and Horace push it hard, and Green and Phillips can, believe me, stay up with the other three. Their transition element is fantastic, and all of their opponents become exhausted in the first half at some point, and that Randy, will be one of the main challenges for West Ranch this evening.
Yeah, it definitely will, because Oakland runs, and they wear their team out. We saw it last night. In the second half, they wore down a little bit.
Now, under head coach Sean Bakaki in his second year guiding this outstanding West Ranch Wildcat outfit, sophomore Ryan Beto, the point guard of a three-guard alignment, along with Johnson and crafty Kevin Harris. He's being looked at by several schools, including BYU and Hawaii. And then they've really got some thunder down below in senior Kyle Williams. But Ako Kaluna really put on a show last night in the overtime loss to Sacramento.
He was amazing, and this guy is so soft and has such great hands around the basket, and he'll pop out and hit the three.
He's already signed with Northern Arizona, so he is going to be a sight to behold. 35 points, as Randy mentioned earlier, in that overtime loss to Sacramento last night. So he's going to be a tremendous force to contend with by this vastly undersized Oakland Wildcat outfit. Lots of speed, but not a lot of size. Our trio of officials in tonight's ball game, veterans around the horn, getting their assignments from the NCOA. A trio comprised of Ed Page, Derek and Ganis, and Say Hey Ray Simmons, a veteran of many campaigns. We're getting our public address announcement of starting lineups that we've already gone through. And again, Randy, we cannot emphasize enough the contrast in these two teams. For Oakland to be successful, they're going to have to push it. And we have seen them really turn it on. And they knocked out the pre-tournament favorite Inglewood in the quarterfinals in a wild shootout in overtime, and forcing Inglewood to try to keep up. But on the flip side, as you know, West Ranch has the force inside and major size.
They really do, and West Ranch, they play both of these teams that are in the finals. They lost to Chaminade, or they beat Chaminade by one, and then lost last night to Sacramento by one. So I'm so excited about this game because you have such talent on the floor, team-wise, and then you've got really unique individual talents.
Well said, my friend. We've had excellent crowds throughout the duration of this 5-day event that really has been masterfully scheduled, structured, and orchestrated by tournament director Dennis Magro and Sac-High head coach Derek Swafford. And in speaking with the head coaches of these out-of-town teams, they are thoroughly impressed with all that they have participated in here in Sacramento for the past 5 days. Well, there you see him at midcourt, number 12 for West Ranch, Ako Kaluna, headed for Northern Arizona, and he'll be tapping at center circle against Samaj Horace of Oakland High School. We are ready to rock here at Sac-High in a battle for third place between two Wildcats outfits and West Ranch of Santa Clarita has first possession. And they turn it over on a deflection and a bobble. So the speed-heavy Oakland Wildcats seeing a little bit of token pressure here from West Ranch. Jump shot on the way. Bingo! 3-ball. Drained by Michonne Beard. Sophomore guard dumps it to Kaluna. And here's Harris tying the score with a straightaway 3. What a way for each team to start with their first shots. Perimeter shooting off the mark this time on a shot by Beard. And here comes Harris leading some transition for West Ranch. Just underway. Nice to have you with us here on the Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Harris from the corner. Not this time. Rebound yanked nicely by Elijah Green. Pull up Jay on the way. Run and gun style on the miss by Green. Beto to Harris. So far, Kaluna hasn't had a touch that I can recall. Oh, he's got it. Watch it. Very agile.
Yeah, you definitely have to go inside the Kaluna.
A trap. Excellent pressure, but a step through frees it up. Corner jumper on the way. A miss by the southpaw Keith Hunter. Take it strong. The runner by Beto missed. Rebound yanked by Michonne Beard. Look at this Oakland transition. Beard misses the layup. Tip try missed by Hunter, but they're over his back. Well, in case you missed the quick start, here's how Oakland got on the board first. Outside gunning. On the shot there by Billups. And then back the other way by Harris. I think I incorrectly credited that to Beard to start the game. Meantime, Hunter at the stripe. And he bangs down a couple of free throws. We're tied at 5. Cross court on the pass from Harris. Here's Beto, partially blocked by Beard. He's got the upcourt lead, and he's fouled by Beto. First personal, first foul of the game.
And for Oakland, on offense, they attack. They never like to back off. First free throw attempt is no good by Beard, but interesting strategy, I think, that West Ranch has come out and applied that trap.
1 out of 2 for Beard. That breaks at 5 all tie, so it's Oakland by 1. Ball knocked out. It'll be awarded to West Ranch. Kyle Williams to inbound it, far side for the Wildcats. Both mascots, the Wildcats. Harris to Kaluna, a miss. Rebound yanked down by Billups. So the trap so far not really paying off for West Ranch, except to take some time off the Oakland shot clock. Hunter hungry, a miss, but a long tap out. Wow, excellent effort by Kevin Harris as he beats 2 Oakland Wildcats to the ball. Draws a foul. So into the ball game, Horace for Oakland. So Hunter inbounds. Beard to Gaines. So head coach Orlando Watkins shuffling his rotation. Got a whistle. Shot clock violation. So Oakland turns it over. Unable to improve on their 6-5 lead. Ben Johnson handling against Gaines. Kaluna. Wow! A 180 spin and a back to the basket flip. The bucket's going to count. And the foul's on Horace. Wow.
Kaluna is so strong that he can take a hit like that, throw it behind his head, and it goes in. This guy really, when he's out there, he looks like a man amongst boys. He is so powerful and yet so under control.
He completes the three-point play. Let's take a look at Ako Kaluna. Dazzle me much. Well, no wonder that Northern Arizona wants him. So Kyle Williams sits down for West Ranch as they substitute with number 4, Cody Sanders. That's tapped out to Oakland. Set to inbound. Gianni Brown, long inbound. 8-6, West Ranch on top. 4 pass to the sideline, out of bounds for a turnover thrown by Keelan Banks. And boy, Oakland head coach Orlando Watkins really using a larger rotation this evening. He's already played 9 players. Harris looking into Kaluna, but drives it, pulls up and fires. Got it. Wow. Kevin Harris.
Kevin Harris was the shooter last night that missed the shot at the buzzer in overtime. He comes out and it doesn't look like it affected his confidence one iota. There he is. Not hesitant to take that shot. Sometimes young players after a big miss like that last night might hesitate. He did not.
The other end, Cody Sanders fouled Beard, who goes back to the stripe and again misses the first of 2. Last time up there, he split him 50-50 and does so again. So it pulls Oakland within 3. It's 10-7 West Ranch. Midway first, corner jumper on the way, a miss by Sanders. Good box out position by Horace. Oakland has the rock. Beat it inside, and a foul on a swipe by Ben Johnson as he got a piece of Horace on that. Actually, it'll be Gaines to the stripe. Foul on Johnson, his first.
What a look and a pass by Mashawn Beard. Top of the key, he fires it down low. It was there. What a pass.
So Justin Gaines misses back rim, and so far Oakland's free throwing has been a little sporadic. They're 4 out of 7 right now, playing catch up, trailing by 3 here. Here's a good look at Gaines, the southpaw from Oakland, and he misses both. Rebound chased down by Kaluna, and he saves it to Ben Johnson. Here comes some West Ranch transition. Beto to Harris. Kaluna to Beto. Good effort by Harris, who probably will get called for the foul as he got tangled up with Gaines, but let's see. Wow, they're going to call Gaines, and I'm in utter disbelief. Ooh-wee. So, non-shooting. Oakland coach wants some clarification here as we have a substitution prior to the West Ranch inbound. Jamari Billups in and Samaj Horace out. Inbound to Harris. Back to Beto. 3.5 to go. Flip side of quarter number 1. Happy to have you with us here on Access Sacramento's hometown sports game of the week in association with Play On Sports. Kaluna, oh yes. He's in for 7 of their 12. Right back on the other end. Gianni Brown And a whistle and a foul, and Kaluna's got another bucket, and he'll be at the stripe.
Foul is called on number 23, Eric Matthews.
Under the basket he goes, lays it up and in. He's off to the same kind of start he had last night. He might go for another 35 tonight.
Extremely powerful and extremely agile. Bingo.
3 points for number 12.
And so Kaluna, after making that free throw, he goes to the bench. Might be another case of the fast pace by Oakland.
Travel and a turnover against Oakland.
Bradley called on the play. West Ranch ball.
(15-9), and Kaluna has 10 of the 15 for West Ranch. Harris to Beto, open for the 3 ball and stumbles off. Crash the board, Williams, misses the chippy. Here's another fight, and it's saved here by West Ranch. On the flip to Beto. Wow, reaching to foul.
Foul on number 23, Eric Matthews.
Matthews, 2 quick fouls since coming into the ball game. Both clubs now with 4 team fouls each. We're at the 2:22 mark, late first, here in a battle for 3rd place. The West Ranch Wildcats in white, the Oakland Wildcats in blue. Kyle Williams tied up beautifully, but manages to wrestle it away. Sanders missed in the corner, crashed the board. Harris, and the save try unsuccessful. So far, West Ranch has come out on top in the hustle department with the saves and the scrambles. Shant Bukaki, in his 2nd year guiding West Ranch, considered one of the top head mentors in Southern California, has his team rolling. So Billups out for Oakland. Back into the contest, Keith Hunter, 22. And drawing a play on the sideline for Oakland, Watkins, but here we go as West Ranch inbounds. Harris misses the 3, rebound snatched down nicely by Gaines. Long lead overthrown. They're trying to turn up the tempo.
They are, but tonight it's much different. They are making the turnover, the bad pass. Last night on their breaks, they were so crisp and cut right through all the defense. Tonight, here in the early going, just not the same.
Oakland down 15-9 and racking up turnovers, but still in the game. Here's some extended pressure on Beto to Williams. They break the pressure. Ben Davis, 33 into the contest for West Ranch. He's got the rock with 1:25 to go. And a foul against West Ranch. Wow.
Well, it was on Beto down low. I don't know if he was pushing off or what, but that's his 2nd foul, so he'll have a seat.
So Ben Johnson into the ball game, and also up off the pine for West Ranch, number 4, Cody Sanders. Corner J, a long miss for Keith Hunter. 1:05 to go in the first. Johnson to Williams, right down the slot. This is the layup, and draws a foul.
And Kaluna did not sit on the bench for long. He took about a minute and a half and got right back in there. So
Elijah Green called for the foul, sending Kyle Williams to the stripe. And the senior forward measures, fires, misses number 1. I would have to say Oakland has as many turnovers as points in this first quarter of action. 1 out of 2 for Kyle Williams. 16-9 West Ranch. Hunter doubled, in trouble, and he's forced into a walk by backup guard Ben Davis. Their turnovers are piling up. Back into the contest for Oakland, Gianni Brown, number 20.
And it did look like Oakland was caught by the early double teaming and press. I don't think it threw them completely off, but I think they were a little surprised.
Akko Kaluna has it tapped away, but it's out of bounds to West Ranch. 31 seconds to go here in the first, and the West Ranch Wildcats on top by 7. Oakland's only lead was 3-0 as Ben Johnson muscles in and misses the drive. Snap it up the floor, big speed on Kaluna. They missed the layup. And a fight for the board. We'll see what they call it. Don't want to call it a held ball. No, that's a good call right there. He dove on him. It's a foul against West Ranch.
And too bad for Horace. He gets down on that fast break, made a nice fake, got Kaluna off his feet, and then missed the layup, but he did a good job hustling after the loose ball.
Foul called on Ben Davis. There's the inbound. And they call it travel. You got to believe that's at least 10 turnovers in the opening 8 minutes here against Oakland, and they're still in this game.
It's very high. That looked like a pretty good move to me, but...
Seven seconds to go. Ben Johnson, Kaluna, skip pass. The runner, a miss, offside board. Kyle Williams, another miss. And we have played one. After 8 minutes in a battle for third place, the West Ranch Wildcats 16, the Oakland Wildcats 9. We'll be right back.
I've been getting mixed messages about women and violence. I need a little clarification.
Uncle Bill, how am I supposed to grow up to respect women when I have such lousy role models?
Boys are never going to approach you.
Can you help me reshape my attitudes towards women?
You need to teach them that violence against women is wrong.
Welcome back to the fray. We open second quarter action here at Sacramento High School with Randy Routier. I'm Will James. This is the second annual St. Hope Elite Hoops Classic, and in this third place game, West Ranch of Santa Clarita on top, 16-9 over Oakland, and West Ranch opens with possession. Sean Bain into the ball game, number 5 for West Ranch, but Kaluna powers up, a miss. Bain is over the back, and it's going to be a foul on the West Ranch forward.
Foul is called on number 5, Sean Bain.
Team foul number 7, bonus free throwing for nearly an entire quarter here. That really could help the undersized Oakland Wildcats.
Well, you talked about the turnovers for Oakland, and they're still only down by 7. Now, maybe going to the line will get them on track and get some of the shooting started for them offensively. They're looking for some kind of spark here in the early going. They just haven't had it up to this point.
some kind of discrepancy here, perhaps with the clock. It's still showing 8 minutes, but they have played up and down once. So our trio of officials, Eddie Page, Ray Simmons, and Derek Anganis, confer. And hopefully this will just be a brief stoppage on the instruction at the timetable. We see ringleader Jack Stevens over there, a fixture here at Sacramento High School. So they're going to adjust the clock to counting it down now to 7:47, it looks like. And at the stripe for his first trip to the line, Julian Taylor. Another clunker. They've shot poorly from there, 4 out of 9 now. So the turnovers and lousy free throwing, the difference in this game. As it usually is, right?
It usually does come down to that.
Usually rebounding, turnovers, and foul shooting. So here's Ben Johnson to Kaluna, fadeaway J. Oh, yes. He's the real deal, you could say. He's in for a dozen. Pull-up J on the way. A miss by Beard. And a rebounding foul against Oakland. Signaled by Ray Simmons. They're going to call it on Elijah Green.
For Oakland, they just do not have any height, so they have to crash the boards, and sometimes you're just going to get the over-the-back call in that case.
In the quarterfinals, Oakland High upset pre-tournament favorite Inglewood, 89-84 in overtime. Then played very, very tough against Chaminade, losing that one by 9. Harris inside, picked off by Beard. Here's a foot race. Kaluna back, a layup, missed. Follow-up, blocked, but it's going to be a foul called against Cody Sanders.
Looking down at Michon Beard, just frustrated. Body language is saying they are frustrated. They're doing what they want to do, but they just can't quite make them drop. And he walked away frustrated. Good for Oakland, though. They got the rebound and a chance to put some points up.
So Elijah Green measures and misses. Now 4 out of 10 from the stripe. 3 subs in for West Ranch, including Kyle Williams, Ben Johnson, Kaluna still out there, Kevin Harris, and also on the floor, Cody Sanders for West Ranch. Second free throw. Green has that one. 1 out of 2, his first point. Feed the post. Trouble there, but a miss by Kaluna, who taps it. Run down by Oakland. Here comes Beard. 3 and 1. Got it. A blocking foul. Speed to burn. Michon Beard.
Good job by Beard that time, not backing away after going down the last time and missing. He went right to the bucket, got the ball to drop, and got the foul.
It's his first field goal. He's in for 4 points, trying to clean up a 3-point play and pull Oakland within 5. It's on the way, and he's got it. So nice little comeback here. 18-13. West Ranch. 3 fouls on Sanders. He sits down, and Beto back in for West Ranch. So Oakland hanging around despite double-figure turnovers and below 50% free throwing. Kyle Williams to Ben Johnson. Lob to Kaluna. Tapped away from him. Harris missed. Tip try missed by Kaluna. Rebound by Hunter. Here come the Oakland Wildcats. 3 and 3. Dump it low. Layup. Got it. Cashed in by Samaj Horace. His first bucket. Here come the Oakland Wildcats.
And that is more like what we saw last night's game. Running the break to perfection that time.
No stopping Kaluna when he gets it in there. They baseball up the floor and lose the rock. Another turnover on Oakland. Kyle Williams Now they get it into Kaluna. Wheel and deal, missing short. Beard up the floor for Oakland with 5:40 to go. Take it strong and draw a foul. Relentless transition. Let's take a look at Kaluna here.
Yeah, Kaluna goes inside, puts it in, and this guy could have a highlight reel every quarter. And right back the other way we go with Horace getting that one to go in.
Beard again misfires from the stripe after being fouled by Kyle Williams, who picked up his first foul. 10th team foul, so double bonus free throwing for the rest of the half for Oakland, and he misses another pair. Wow. Kaluna snaps it up the floor to Ben Johnson. 5.5 to go, still early second. Break up and steal on the run. Here come the Oakland Wildcats. Beard missed. Wow. Hard to believe. Kyle Williams called for the foul, so Oakland will go back to the stripe where they have shot poorly all evening.
Well, it's really tough when you get a fast break like that, you miss, and then you follow it up and get your rebound, but you go to the line and can't make it. So right now they are really their own worst enemy on the Oakland side.
Jamari Billups, his first trip to the stripe this evening. A clanker. I thought he'd be getting a pair of free throws here. Everybody a little over anxious there. Substitution for West Ranch. Ben Davis back on for Kyle Williams. Billups could help his ball club here if he can cash one in. It misses both. Look at that jumping right there. Follow up over Kaluna missed. Tough luck on a great effort by Samaj Horace. Wow. Ben Johnson hits the deck hard. Bucket's going to count. And taking a hard shot on that, Samaj Horace. Picking up his second foul. Full timeout. We'll step back. Don't go away. We'll return momentarily. Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
My nerves stand on end. My palms sweat. And everything's a blur. The rush is so intense. All I want to do is get even higher.
Andrea Moretti is under the influence of her local teen center volunteer. Each month, she helps Andrea stay on top of the world and off drugs. Be a coach, a mentor, a volunteer, because you have something to offer.
Ben Johnson at the foul line trying to clean up a three-point play for West Ranch, and does. His first points of the ball game, and it stretches the West Ranch lead now to 23-15. Here, still with 5 minutes to go. Inadvertent buzzer, don't know reason why. Referee Derek Anganis getting clarification from Jack Stevens. And there you see the outstanding second-year head coach Shant Bakaki guiding West Ranch. So the ball awarded to the West Ranch Wildcats. Ben Davis to inbound. And still we have some decision making over at the official score table. And we'll see what comes of it. Inbound from Ben Davis is the outcome. Ready to roll. He gets it into Beto. 22-15, West Ranch with the rock and on top of Oakland here. Feed low, a bobble, and a tie-up. Kaluna with excellent hands had a slight bobble there, but on the alternating possession, Oakland has the rock. Call it a West Ranch turnover. Some extended pressure we see now. A break up by Harris, but recovered by Oakland. Take it strong. A layup missed, but a blocking foul called against West Ranch, perhaps Ben Davis. Again, Oakland unable to convert.
I really have the feeling that if Oakland could get maybe 3 of those in a row to go in, it would really turn this game around for them. It just is not there yet, but they keep battling.
Billups hits a free throw after missing a pair up there just a short time ago. Trims the lead to 7 now at 23-16 here with 4.5 to go and nearing midway second. 1 out of 2, and the big guy rebounds. So sophomore point guard Ryan Beto running the show, although he's got 2 fouls. Harris a lob to Kaluna. Yes, indeed. Very agile. Soft touch. Good hands. Another bucket for the big guy.
He is really a lot of fun to watch. He's so fundamentally sound, and then he can make the spectacular play as well.
Inside Elijah Green for 2. Well done. 25-18. Kaluna wheel and deal. Misses, but tips it home. What a force. 27-18. Here's a turnover. Harris, poor pass, picked off, and a return steal. Billups on Kaluna, got it. And a foul on Kaluna. And I don't know if there was much there, but let's go ahead and take a look at the big guy, Randy.
There you go, and he'll lays that one in. Then, yeah, I didn't see a whole lot of contact there, but nice layup that time by Elijah Green.
So Billups hit the field goal. Kaluna picked up his second foul, and a 3-point play cashed in by Billups. So suddenly, Oakland is within 27-21 with 3.5 to go here in the second quarter. Ben Johnson. And here's Kevin Harris. Misses the runner. Billups a rebound. Up the floor to Beard. Important possession here for Oakland High. Down by just 6. A drive and a miss. Kaluna stood his ground. And Gaines unable to hit the bank. Harris, deep range gunning over the top and out of bounds to Oakland. So another important possession for Oakland. Kicked ball there by Harris, who's really a pesky defender in addition to his outstanding offensive skills.
Yeah, he really appears to be a really, really good all-around athlete.
This 2-2-1 pressure really starting to pay off, but a foul that time. 25 feet away from the bucket, and that's 3 on Kaluna.
Wow. So Kaluna is going to the bench.
30-second timeout. That's a heavy concern now for West Ranch head coach Shant Bekaki. 3 fouls on his big guy, who's been nothing but demolish Oakland so far in a quarter and a half.
Well, definitely you take Kaluna out of this game, and despite the turnovers by Oakland, it's a definitely completely different game.
Want to remind you, coming up right after this encounter, the championship contest of the 2nd annual St. Hope Elite Hoop Classic. Chaminade taking on the hosts, the Sac-High Dragons, and that will be a doozy. Chaminade loaded with talent. Sac High trying to defend their home hardwood. Meantime, Beard a free throw. He's got it. Michon Beard really struggling from the line this evening. One out of two. 27-22. And the big man on the bench for West Ranch. Let's see how they handle it in his absence. Here's an interception and a turnover. Speed to burn. Here comes Oakland. One of the faster teams you're going to see this season. Baseline jumper. Got it. Hunter. His first field goal. He's in for 4 points. Another steal. And a poor pass up the floor. Thrown away by Billups.
Take a look, Keith Hunter. That is not something we have seen much. That medium range shot, but he put it in. And just like that, they're down by 3, and then they get a steal, but they turn the ball over.
Walking dribble, Beto up the floor, badgered by Beard with less than 2 minutes remaining in the half. Harris, turn and fire, a long miss, flat foot rebound, Beard, more Oakland transition. Dump it low, a layup, got it! Beautifully done, cashed in by Gaines.
Gaines took that pass, and what a job Beard did running the break and passing off at the last second.
Suddenly Oakland is within 1. Feed low, a bobble, turn, fade away, short, tip try missed by Harris. Oakland another rebound. Billups has the rock. Outlet to Beard, 1:20 to go. Into the paint, layup, short, tough luck. Rebound yanked down by Sean Bain. Beto out of control, runner missed. He rebounds, slapped out, a block, loose ball. Ben Johnson. Up for the Rockets, all Oakland. This is the kind of tempo they like. Here's Billups now, 3-on-3. Beat it low. Turn, miss. Rebound, Ben Johnson. Not a good possession that time. 40 seconds. Here's a layup. Cashed in. Ben Davis, his first points. 29-26. I want to remind you, Randy Routier will be interviewing one of our 2 head coaches. We'll release him at this point in time. And at the halftime buzzer, we'll get a word from one of the 2 head coaches in this contest. Great comeback by Oakland, trailing now just by 3 after having pulled within 1. Hunter. Beard. Down! A 3-ball ties it. A miss. And there's a buzzer ending the first half of play. And we are tied at 29 on a great comeback by the Oakland Wildcats after they had trailed by as many as 9. Let's take a look, spin the replay dial. Michon Beard for the tie. And then Ben Davis off the West Ranch bench in transition for their 29th point. Well, we got a hot one here for you, as we knew we would. A pair of Wildcats snapping and clawing at each other here in the 3rd place game of the 2nd annual St. Hope Elite Hoops Classic. Let's check in with Randy Routier. He's standing by with West Ranch head coach Shant Bakaki. Randy?
It's halftime here, and before you go to our break and take the halftime, the head coach of West Ranch, and coach, pretty even. What's your assessment of the first half?
You know, we came out a little strong and just fell into a lull in the 2nd quarter. A lot of sloppy basketball from our part. Just kind of shooting ourselves in the foot, you know, so got to clean it up. We're going to go try to clean it up.
It looked like, though, you didn't have a lot of trouble with their speed until just at the end.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's really nothing they're doing. I mean, we're fouling. We're getting the ball, turning the ball over when we got the ball. We're missing little layups and bunnies. So we're going to pick it up, and hopefully we can clean it up.
And then the last thing, I thought the press really did kind of affect Oakland at the very beginning.
Yeah, just some of the defenses we have, we want to pick up the pace a little bit. I really don't want to play a slow-down type of game, but, we're going to pick it up and see if they can handle that pressure.
All right, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, that is West Ranch coach, and we'll send it back up to Will. A great first half, and what a battle. We'll have a lot more of that in the second half.
Thank you, Randy. We're all square at 29 after Oakland gets up off the deck to square things here. Stick around. Lots more to come on Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week in association with Play On Sports.
You are watching programming that is unique and seen only on Access Sacramento. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, we invite your financial support. If you wish to...
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful.
We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful.
We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful.
We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful.
We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful.
We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful.
Oh, we're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
Alright, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful.
Oh, we're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
Alright, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful.
Oh, we're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
Alright, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful.
Oh, we're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP. Welcome back to Sac High. The St. Hope Elite Hoops Classic. Let's check in with Randy Routier and Oakland head coach Orlando Watkins. Randy?
Coach Watkins, it was kind of a rough start for your squad, but you have to be proud your team really hung in there and battled and drew even at half.
Yeah, we were able to knock down some shots. Unfortunately, we're missing a lot of free throws, but they battled in, hung in with big guy, pulled a couple of rebounds. We got some easy layups, and it's a tight score.
So at halftime, any specific things you talked about you can share?
Play a little faster. Let's try to run them out the gym.
And that's really your whole strategy without having a big guy, and you guys are fast.
Yeah, we practice a lot just running and sharing the ball and playing hard-nosed defense, and it normally works for us, and we stay in a lot of games that way.
Well, we appreciate it. Your team is fun to watch. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, Will, back to you. Great second half in store.
Thank you, Randy Routier. Head coach Orlando Watkins put his finger right on it. Try to run him out of the gym, and that's what we noticed the first time we saw Oakland, and they do a great job of that. Stick around. We'll be right back for the opening of the second half of action here. Oakland High versus West Branch.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
We
We are set for third quarter action here in this battle for third place between two sets of Wildcats. As you see the graphic there, we're all square at 29 apiece after the speedy Oakland Wildcats turned up the heat and drew even after trailing much of that first half, Randy Routier.
And you heard Coach say, we want to play faster and faster and faster. That's just the way they play. They're going to probably live with the turnovers and some of the bad passes, but they hung in there, and now they've really made this a contest.
They have indeed. They trailed since it was 5-5 and drew even right at the end of the half at 29 apiece. That's where we stand now. Kevin Harris, another miss from long range. Rebound yanked down by Gaines. He's played well. Billups gives it up to Beard. And head coach Watkins said we're going to try to run him out of the gym. That's their trademark, is super duper speed. Hunter. Green. Heavy defense from Ben Johnson. Spin move on Kaluna. Tough luck. The flip didn't go, and here comes Kevin Harris. Kaluna with 18 points in the first half. He's in for 20. Sure did make that look easy.
That's the thing. He's spectacular, and he makes it look easy. Good basket back on the other end by Beard.
Beard starting to warm up now for Oakland. We're tied at 31. Harris, a runner.
Yeah, so you climb down on Kaluna, and then Harris can do that.
Billups. They took a while to decide if that was going to be a block or a charge. Let's take a look at the replay dial here.
There you go, and that's the one you talked about. So soft off the glass goes Kaluna with that right hand. And then back the other way, and number 21, Kevin Harris, puts it in. That's a dynamic duo right there with those two guys. Then you throw in the sophomore guard in Beto.
So Billups called for the charging foul. Here's Ben Johnson. Takes on two defenders and has it blocked. Gets it back and has it blocked again. But Elijah Green will be called for the foul. That's his third, if my arithmetic is correct. He's looking to the bench to see if he's going to get plucked, and he will. Meantime, quiet Ben Johnson at the stripe, and he drops his fourth point. So Green out. Coming on for some sparse action, O.C. Williams, number 5. 2 out of 2. Nice touch for Ben Johnson. And West Ranch creeps out to a 4-point lead. 35-31 in this battle of Wildcats. Williams to Billups, drive baseline, and Kaluna has it slapped, gets it back, turnaround bank, tough luck, pops out. Kaluna's got it, snap it up the floor. Kyle Williams gets slapped on the arm by Beard. Beard, the leading scorer for Oakland, with 11 points. Harris missed. Rebound yanked by Williams. Snap it up the floor. Brown dumps it off. Fades a miss. And it's a foul on the drive.
And again, when Oakland gets that break running, it is really fun to sit back and watch the way they pass the ball in the air, bounce it off the court. It's just really, really exciting to watch them when they get the spacing right.
Another miss from the foul line, this time Justin Gaines. In the first half, Oakland 9 of 20 from the stripe. 1 out of 2. So West Ranch by 3. Beto loses the rock to Beard. Splits 2 defenders, 3-on-2. Corner jumper on the way. A miss. Scrap for the board, out of bounds to West Branch. 3 fouls now on starting forward Kyle Williams at West Branch. He's still in the ballgame, however. Handling the rock. Now Harris. And a charging foul on Kevin Harris, it looks like.
Foul is called number 21, Kevin Harris.
Just his first foul. Second team foul on West Branch. 3 already against Oakland. Brown to the foul line. And a 3-second violation on Oakland in the turnover. A quick 3. How does that go, Randy? 1001, 1002, 1003?
That's what it seemed like that time, because he didn't seem like he was in there very long.
Let's see if I can say that any faster next time. Beto to the big guy. Oh, yes. Ako Kaluna. Back the other way. Beard misses the drive. Nice jumping. Slapped out of there by Kaluna on the follow-up by Gaines. Out of West Branch, a 7-point cushion here early in the third. This is part of that run. Ben Johnson with a miss, but a cleanup job by Kyle Williams. Important possession for Oakland to score and stabilize. There's that double teaming we saw earlier that caused so much trouble. Kyle Williams could have been called for his 4th foul on that bump out right there to get position. Not a wise play for a senior.
Yeah, I think he was fortunate as well. He didn't get whistled. The referee just decided to let them both go for the ball and did not blow his whistle that time.
Phillips to Beard. Deep J. Error. Unable to save it. Samaj Horace, another Oakland turnover. 16 of them in the first half. 3 already here in the third quarter. Make it 19 for the game. And you put that together with 10 of 22 free throw shooting. Kyle Williams, more layup practice.
And I would guess Coach Watkins would be more upset about the free throw shooting than the turnovers. They just kind of want to play with the speed.
Williams, a clutch 3 ball from the corner. Badly needed O.C. Williams.
30-second timeout for the Oakland Wildcats.
It's a 30, so we'll keep it here. And the 9-point bulge trimmed to 6. There you see Oakland head coach Orlando Watkins with his Wildcats around him. And his counterpart, second-year head coach Sean Bakaki, guiding West Branch and his assistant staff, comprised of Sean McKillop, Chris Madden, James DeMonbrew, and Jeremy Haggerty. Up next, Sac High playing for the title in their host tournament versus powerful Chaminade. That'll be one you won't want to miss. Meantime, West Branch with a fight on its hands against Oakland High. Their 9-point lead just trimmed to 6. Well, off the timeout, they go to the big guy and he loses the rock. A turnover. Oakland transition. Out of bounds to Oakland. Williams out. Hunter in for Oakland. Along with Billups, Beard, Samaj. Beard down the slot on the big man. Down!
Well, you have to have confidence to drive in on Kaluna like that and keep going at him. That's what Beard does.
And he answers right back at the other end.
Yeah, they really have no answer for Kaluna, but I don't think anyone does.
Keep in mind, Kaluna with 3 fouls, and Bird challenged him. Beard challenged him on that last drive. So keep that in mind when you evaluate Kaluna's defense. In foul trouble. Billups, fade away, a miss. No rebounders in sight for Oakland. Push off by Beto, no call. Kyle Williams on Billups, bats it home. Well, Kyle Williams has come alive here in the third quarter with 6 points. 8-point lead, back the other way, a miss on the run.
And Kyle Williams gets a rebound.
Sky layup by Kevin Harris.
Wow, what a nice drive, and nearly dunked it.
Oakland gives up the rock. The lead is suddenly 10. Final 2 minutes of the third quarter. Very happy to have you with us on our telecast from Sacramento High School with Randy Routier. I'm Will James. Down the slot, the big guy misses the underhand flip. Hunter up the floor. Beard down. Timeout, Oakland.
There's a shot by Kyle Williams. I told you this guy's a hard-nosed player. And then look at that drive by Kevin Harris. He goes around the baseline. It opened up. He knew what to do when he got there.
We'll be right back on this full timeout. Keep it where you got it.
'Ready. It can be a little awkward when your friend tells you he's been diagnosed with a mental illness. But what's even more awkward is, if you're not there for him, he's less likely to recover.
I'm here to help, man, whatever it takes.
47-40. The 3 ball again pulling Oakland back within striking distance after they were trailing by 10. West Ranch beats the press, sets their offense. This is Harris, wide open for 3. Down! Kevin Harris.
Kevin Harris averaging nearly 16 points a game this season.
That restakes West Ranch to a 10-point cushion, 50-40 in this battle of Wildcats. Corner jumper all alone, 3 and a miss. Fight for the board. Break up on the outlet by Beto, but recovered by West Ranch in the person of Sanders. Final minute, third quarter. Down low, big man, isolated, bank shot, good.
That's got to be so frustrating to play against Kaluna. No matter what you do, he just seems to be able to score.
Green has the J. Elijah Green. It's his 5th point. Final 30 seconds of the third. Ryan Beto gives it to Harris. Here's the big man, and he can score from beyond the arc. 15 seconds. Check him out. 8 seconds. 5. There it is. Deep J on the way. Short this time. And Beard half-court launch is short. We've played 3. Spin the replay dial.
Harris out alone. You don't want to do that. He'll make you pay. And then inside, There's the outside-inside game. Kaluna, unbelievable.
Akko. Stay with us. We'll be right back to Sac High.
So lost. No, I am not, man. Dude, I dropped my phone. Oh, the road. Whoa. Okay.
How would you like to save your life from an ugly, reckless driving death? Don't answer yet. There's more. Act now by slowing down, and we'll guarantee you complete satisfaction.
That's awesome.
In the real world, there is no spokesperson to prevent reckless driving. There's only you. Speak up.
Whoa, Andy, slow down.
Oakland has its work cut out, trailing by 10 going to the fourth quarter. Very happy to have you with us here for Access Sacramento's hometown sports game of the week. Drive it hard, layup, miss, tough luck. Kaluna clears the board after the driving miss taken by Brown. There's a turnover. Full speed the other way. Oakland trademark. Beard got it.
Michon Beard is playing a great game tonight. He is so impressive. He just does not quit or stop or even slow down.
Kaluna to the offside. Ben Johnson, and he's fouled by Green, and that is number 4. So Elijah liable to take a seat here early in the fourth after 30 seconds or so. And his presence will be missed if he has to hit the pine.
An aspect of Kaluna's game we haven't talked about. We talked about his shooting and his rebounding. There, the nice pass. They collapsed 2 guys on him, and he found the cutter behind him. Good pass.
So Samaj Horace in, Elijah Green out for Oakland. And meantime, Ben Johnson just keeps stroking free throws. On the night, he's 5 out of 5. And he's in for 7 points. So back to a 10-point lead for West Branch. Near breakup by Harris. Feed low, layup. Hunter got it. Johnson, corner jumper, wide open off the side of the board. Rebound Hunter. Here's a leak out. Beard. Whoa! Oh, yes. Never say die Oakland. No quit in them. They're within 6. Kaluna missed over the back foul. Is going to be called on Bain. Let's take a look at Hunter off the nice dish, and then the turnover leak out. Here comes big time Beard. Oh, wee.
And he has been big time tonight. He's been all over the court. I don't think this guy looks at the scoreboard. He just plays hard all the time.
So Oakland, as scrappy as you could get, and even faster than scrappy. Take it strong, reverse layup missed. Not a good possession. There was nowhere to go for Samaj Horace.
I think maybe Samaj that time might have slipped down there at the end when he went under the basket, but once again, the big presence of Kaluna there.
Jamaliah Brown into the ball game for Oakland. Meantime, Ben Johnson knows what to do with it. He has very quietly had a beautiful ball game, solid floor game, and 9 points to go with it. Hunter down! (56-51). Kaluna. Ben Johnson misses inside. Rebound taken by Oakland. Wrap around. Beard is feeling it right now. Pull-up jumper on the way. Not this time. Harris yanks it for West Ranch. I'll tell you, Oakland will wring it out of you every time. A thrill a minute with this ball club. Kaluna, easy money for the big guy.
Okay, I'm running out of great things to say about Kaluna.
Down low, a bobble, and Kaluna picks it off. Well, there's some more great stuff there. Ben Johnson, a little out of control, but runs it down. 4:55. Kaluna buries a straightaway three. And back to another 10-point cushion for West Ranch. Let's see if Oakland's got another burst in him. Beard, a miss, tough luck. Tip in, good. Billups. That was a big bucket right there. Kaluna fouled inside.
So Kaluna takes it inside. One little bounce, puts it in. So good around the basket. And then you think, okay, that's what he does. But then he goes out and does this. He did 2 of those last night. Amazing.
He's at the stripe to shoot 2 and drops number 1. He's got 32 in the ball game, coming off of 35 last night. The overtime loss to Sac. 1 out of 2. Long tap out by Kyle Williams in West Ranch. Holds onto the rock. Timeout, West Ranch. And let's see what they want to do with it. It's a full, so we'll step back and exhale ourselves. Come right back to Sacramento High School.
Do you like this top? It's so gay.
Really?
Yeah, it's totally gay.
You know, you really shouldn't say that.
Say what?
Well, say that something's gay when you mean it's bad. It's insulting. What if every time something was bad, everybody said, "Oh, that's so girl wearing a skirt as a top"?
Oh, you are.
Those are cute jeans, though. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
Well, there you see the arithmetic. A 9-point lead held by West Ranch over scrappy Oakland. And so far, nobody in this tournament has been able to contend with number 12 at West Ranch, Ako Kaluna. .33 points tonight, 35 last night. Kyle Williams, a 3 ball, and he's really had a big second half.
He has played such a strong second half. All the tough rebounding inside. Now he jumps outside and pops a 3.
He's got 9 points in the second half, 9 of his 10. Layup partially blocked by Kaluna. Fast break layup, Williams got it.
What a good combination there. Ben Johnson and Kyle Williams. Both of those guys have really been difference makers here in the second half.
Yes, indeed. Beard again. Timeout taken.
Nice bounce pass, and Kyle Williams running the break, puts it in.
30-second timeout. You can say Orlando Watkins with his Oakland Wildcats around him, trying to motivate them into one more big push here in the final 3.5 minutes. They're trailing here by a dozen at 67-55. They've still got the speed to do it, but they can't afford any more misses or any more turnovers tonight.
Yeah, at this point, they pretty much have to be perfect every time they run down the court. One thing about Watkins, he's really got these guys buying into the system that you go as hard as you can when you're out there, then you come to the bench and you'll get back in.
Current score, 67.
And it doesn't hurt to have somebody like Michon Beard either.
So Ben Johnson, as Randy said, instrumental in a strong second half by West Ranch. He and Kyle Williams really turning up the heat to give Kaluna some support in the scoring department. Baseline drive. Kyle Williams, a miss, gets his rebound and loses it out of bounds, but West Ranch will retain possession.
Number 11, Williams, just one of those guys you look up and you don't see flashy dunks, but he's always around the ball.
Williams with 13 in the game. Ben Johnson with 9. Kaluna takes it strong. Pull up Jay. Very agile. Wow. 14-point lead. Timeout taken.
Please tune in to the live radio broadcast.
Kaluna, now watch the bodies fall, and then that soft touch, and it just bounces and drops in.
You saw how he was able to separate himself without obvious contact. That's agility. The lead is back to 14, and Oakland's in trouble here with just 2:49 left. But again, Orlando Watkins Ball Club, very speedy, very scrappy, very fun to watch. And they're definitely going to give everybody in the Oakland Athletic League a run for their money.
Yeah, both of these teams are really going to be fun to watch this season. If you're a basketball fan and these teams play, in your area, get out there and watch them, because both of these teams are going to win a lot of games by the time this season is done. And we talked about the great team talent and then the individual talent. Both of it's there. I mean, Beard is really fun to watch for Oakland.
Kaluna with 34 points, pacing West Ranch. Elijah Green takes him on, misses the bank. Scrap the board, let's see who gets it. Out of bounds to Oakland, nice hustle. And leading the way for Oakland High, Michon Beard with 22 points. So here's Elijah Green to inbound for Oakland with 2.5 to go. Snaps it into Beard, defended by Harris. Williams missed the 3 ball. Saved, broken up, loose ball. Kaluna's after it and runs it down. Take it strong. Wow! Whoa!
Okay. I don't see a weakness.
Blocked by Ben Johnson. He's in for, as Carol Dota would say, the perfect 36. No, he's a force. Major force. Beto, snap it to Harris. 7 on the shot clock. Johnson sneaks inside, sends it to the corner, and they're going to call a foul on Oakland after Johnson barreled in there and knocked down 2 Wildcats. Say hey, Ray Simmons with the call as we see Samaj Horace check in for Oakland, replacing Julian Taylor. So non-shooting, 6-team foul on Oakland. West Ranch with just 3 in this half. Harris, near breakup by Beard, who causes Beto a travel. Head coach Shant Bakaki really animated about that call, claiming a foul. Can't say as I blame him. Meantime, Beard snaps it inside, and they get a layup out of Horace. Nice feed. That was elegant. Timeout taken. It's a full. We're going to step back and take a pause ourselves Don't wander off. Lots more to come from Sacramento High School.
All right, give me a spot. You know my motto, safety first.
They could be dangerous. I think we should call animal control.
Animal control?
To be safe.
Don't worry.
Just...
I got this. It's a new motto.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
In a battle of Wildcats, it looks like the Wildcats from West Ranch High out of Santa Clarita in Southern California are going to prevail in this one. A state-ranked ball club with a super-duper star in the post, Kaluna, who just throws a bad pass. Beard cannot get the roll. Rebound Green, misses. Follow-up. Rebound Kaluna. He's played a whale of a game tonight. Beto into the front court. Final minute of play. This is Kevin Harris, the senior guard. Kaluna, who you would have to say has more than earned his keep this week in the 5-day St. Hope Elite Hoop Classic tournament here at Sac High. Harris to Kaluna. Look at him control that. Step back three. Down!
Seriously. Wow.
Jump shot missed by Beard. Kaluna rips another rebound. You know, even though he's not playing in the championship game, he's still probably the MVP of this tournament.
Yeah,
who would dispute that?
Yeah, who would argue with that?
I couldn't.
No.
Got to give him my vote. Even over Jaron Martin. It's all over here, and West Ranch prevails 74-57 over scrappy, speedy Oakland High. We're going to come right back and wrap this one up in a nice blue and red bow for you. Stick around.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
In a highly entertaining battle for third place between two sets of Wildcats, it's West Ranch out of Santa Clarita that will take home a third place trophy in the second annual St. Hope Elite Hoop Classic with a 74-57 win over scrappy Oakland. Our players of the game tonight, pretty much self-explanatory. For Oakland High, under Orlando Watkins, the outstanding senior guard, Michon Beard, 22 points on the evening, and a very exemplary performance. And for let's take a look at some of his action tonight. A sky layup in front of Kyle Williams and another West Ranch defender. Down the slot on the big man with the arch back floater. And full speed, bingo, a cram. And for West Ranch, Ako Kaluna with the 180 back to the basket flip among his 39 points. He powered inside, scored from every possible position in the paint, and then showed his outside touch like that right there with a 3-ball that he's done on a number of occasions. And in all, 39 points from the big man, and an outstanding hard-earned victory for the West Ranch Wildcats out of Santa Clarita. And that's the way the third place game ends in tonight's action. Access Sacramento and the Hometown Sports Game of the Week wish to express their collective appreciation to the Sacramento High School administration, their assistants, and to Play On Sports and Vice President Jeff Kurtz, whose cooperation helps make this cable television, internet, sports production possible. The Hometown Sports Game of the Week is a special sports presentation of Access Sacramento in association with the Cosumnes River College Television Department and Play-by-Play Sports Productions. For Randy Routier and the entire Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast crew, I'm Will James. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll catch up with you the next time around. So long, everyone.